Brenda.
Oh.
Good morning, everybody. Hey, hello, welcome. So we have got 2 amazing Double Z Gatefolds to create today. I know you guys are going to love these. Look at this. Oh, beautiful. This is a brand new online exclusive. You are remarkable. Love, love, love. And you guys know me and my love for camping. So I created this for Mr. Awesome. Let the adventure begin. So we're going to create 2 great cards today. I'm super excited to get these going for you guys. Let's see. We have Brenda looking lovely today in an all black screen. We don't know what's going on over there. We hear you.
I know, and I can't even begin to troubleshoot this because it was fine, and then it wasn't, and then my computer updated, and then we've got a blizzard going on, and I don't even know. But I'm mostly here.
You're mostly here. That's cool. Well, listen, we go through these things, right? This is what we deal with internet. So we've got Brenda, who we can't see. But oops, I guess I could put myself here.
Oh, yeah, I'd like to see your face. I feel uncomfortable being the only face here.
Yeah. Sorry, I guess I needed more coffee today. So Brenda will be over there on YouTube, even though we can't see her. She's here. We can hear her. And she's going to be over on YouTube answering your comments and answering any questions. Christina is there over on Facebook. So if you're watching on Facebook Live, welcome, everybody. So glad you're here. I sent out my newsletter yesterday, and just to kind of let everyone know, because many of you know I live in Oklahoma, and you may have seen the news. We've been hit with what I'm going to call hurricane winds. I mean, they're unbelievable. To the point that, I mean, I'm just plugging my ears. It's just so loud. It's so whistling, and it's hitting things, and of course that's caused wildfires all over town, some really awful destruction. That's not something we typically get in Oklahoma, are the wildfires, so that kind of stinks. But anyway, just I want to let everyone know that we're good and we're safe. And again, you know, our hearts just hurt for those that have lost their homes. It came really, really close to our church. That when we pulled into church and we saw just how close it was, that was a little nerve-wracking. But we have amazing firefighters here, and we're so grateful. So just to kind of give everyone just that little heads up. Oh, and Deb says, continued prayers for everyone in Oklahoma. Thank you. It's been just crazy. Like I said, it's just not weather we're used to. So I think we're going to go ahead and jump in. I see lots of you joining me. Desert Deb says, Brenda is doing her Invisible Woman impression. Yes, she is. And doing a great job of it. Heather, glad to catch you live. Not usually up this early. It's 3 a.m. in Australia. Girl, that is some dedication. The only reason you'd find me up at 3 a.m. is to go to the bathroom. And I know many of you can relate to this, right? Or to let the dog out. That's the other one.
Yes, of course.
You know, you're dead asleep, and he's bell trained, so he has this little bell that he rings, and he always needs out in the middle.
Honestly, he's got us all bell trained. I was watching TV the other night, and something was in like a hotel, and someone hit the bell, and I almost jumped up to go let him out, even though
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. You hear it and you go, oh, I got to go get the dog.
Nope, I know. I don't know what commercial it is, but I hear that commercial too and go, oh, wait. So, all right, guys, are you ready to jump in?
Let's do it.
Let's go. All right. We're going to get myself there. We're going to get myself right there. Okay. So we are going to start with this card here. Like I said, this is a double Z fold. Okay. It's kind of a gatefold, but it's also got a really great double Z fold. So let's create this one here. Like I said, we're going to use the You Are Remarkable stamp set. This one, it doesn't have dies or anything, so which is fine, especially on this card. It is one of my favorites because it is a 2-step stamp. All right. So that means we don't have to color it in. We're going to stamp the color. My all-time favorite type of stamping. Even though I like to color, I sometimes prefer things like this. So All right, let's get started. Oh, you know what? Before I give you your measurements, I always like to let you guys know there is a free download that goes along with the video today. So don't write anything down. I mean, why? You have this, everything that you need is here. There's my supplies, my measurements, the photos of the card. So it's easily, to be able to know what download goes with what. This is the magic button right here. You can click or scan this, and that is where you can view the video tutorial. That's what you're watching right now. So click or scan that. And also, if you're in the United States, I would love to be your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And if you will click this graphic or follow this link, it takes you right to my online store. So when you see these two brand new stamp sets, you're going to fall in love. I know, because I did too. You can order those right there. And friends, I would love to be your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. If you're in the United States, your orders help keep the channel going. All right, with that, let's jump in. I am going to start with a piece of basic white cardstock. This is 5 1/4 by 11 inches. Let's do some scoring. I think I'm just going to use my Simply Scored board. You can use your paper trimmer scoring blade as well. So with the 11 inches up at the top, we're going to score this at 1 3/4 and 3 1/2. I sometimes just like to make it easy and rotate it around. We're going to do 1 3/4 and 3 1/2. Or 1 3/4, 3 1/2, 7 1/2, and 9 1/4. Whatever way you like to do it. Sometimes, especially if I'm using my paper trimmer, I just find shorter measurements to be easier. Okay. So we're going to take this and we're going to accordion fold. So I'm going to bring that score line in, this one out, give these a really nice burnish. And that's going to create our gatefold. I do want you to know it is not going to line up in the middle. All right. That's normal, not a problem. Okay, let's see. Let's go ahead. We're going to go ahead and stamp. Let's do all of our stamping. I'm going to need a little piece of grid paper here. I'm going to grab my Memento black ink pad. And I've got another piece of basic white. This is where we're going to do all of our stamping, okay? So we have our card base. And then this one, this is a 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. You want the 3 1/4 up at the top. And let's start with our sentiment. Friends are flowers in the garden of life. And if you'll stamp that, let me get that out of the way, up here in the upper right corner, okay? Now we're going to take our fabulous floral image, big daisy. I don't know about you, I'm so ready for spring. So this daisy just made me happy. And we're going to stamp that. I've got the grid paper underneath me in case I come off just a little bit there. All right, so there's that one. We're going to use this again, so I don't want it to go too far. And then I have a little flying bumblebee. It just adds a little bit. I like that. Okay. Before I do my 2-step, I'm going to set that off to the side, and I'm going to go ahead and stamp what we need here in the middle of our card. So this is the inside of the card. We are going to say, "You are remarkable in every way." And remember, the middle of the card here, this is where you're going to write your message, okay? We're going to come back in with that flower, but we're not going to get all of it, okay? Let's just get just a little. Oops, looks like I need to hit that one more time. I missed some petals. Let's see what you guys are talking about. Nancy, oh, she's got a little 6-month-old golden. Oh, how fun. How fun. We love our pups here at Simply Simple Stamping. We're kind of a dog family. All right, there is the flower. Okay, now, oops, you know what? Let's get a bumblebee up here too. Right there. Okay, I'm going to put my Memento black away because I am sure I'm going to end up with it all over me. I've got 2 ink pads, Pretty Peacock and Wild Wheat. So I'm going to show you something because when I was working on this card, let me bring in the stamp set. It's easier for you to see here. when I saw this and I went, how come they didn't give us a stamp to stamp inside here? Because this is so pretty just on its own. And it dawned on me, this little piece is the stem. That's what I just saw it and I thought, well, it doesn't fit. It does. I don't know if anyone else had that issue when they saw it, but I do love that this stamp can kind of stand on its own, right? Okay, so I'm going to do this very different, right? That we're doing pretty peacock for our leaves, but it is really pretty. So it's that stem of my flower. That's what I'm using to kind of line everything up. See, I was just so tickled that this stamp it kind of serves double duty. But I'm just going to line it up again. Hold your tongue just right. Beautiful. Okay. Now we're going to do our flower, and we're going to do that in wild wheat. A color that will be retiring at the end of April, first part of May. Kind of sad. All right. In wild wheat, we'll line up our daisy. My ink pad is very juicy, by the way. So it's a little bit dark. All right. So I'm just going to give it just a really light touch so I don't get too much of that. Now for the center of the wild wheat, I think I'm going to stamp off just once. That just kind of gives it a little bit lighter look than going full strength there. So we like to call that second generation. Guys, it's time to put a card together. That was fast and easy. Wow. Oh, real quick, if you want, you can come in with a Stampin' Blend or a Stampin' Write marker. Either one, if you want to give your little bumblebee a little color. Okay, I'm going to move that out of my way because I'm done. We're going to put this card together. Okay, this is going together much faster than I kind of thought it would. Let's start with our focal image and adhesive. There you are. We're going to add this to a piece of wild wheat. You know, I don't know what it was. Wild wheat took me a full 1.5 years for it to grow on me. And now I love it. My wild wheat is a 3.5 by 4.5. We're going to add our focal image. I've got a piece of designer series paper. This is the Everyday Happiness. This has been one of my favorites. I hope that you guys can see. Let me zoom in because I want you to see this paper. Do you see like the texture that's already built into it? I love that. I absolutely love that. It just really makes for beautiful paper. By the way, this is my favorite side and it pains me to add adhesive and cover it up. But you guys know, I'm all about these little whimsical and funky flowers. All right, I'm going to add this to a piece, a pretty peacock.
Real quick.
Yeah, 4.25 by 5.5. Yes.
We have a question. Quinn wants to know, is there a best practice on the 2-stamp process? Should you do dark on light or light on dark?
You know, that is a really good question. I prefer, sometimes, listen, Quinn, I love to practice on scratch paper. That's one of my go-to rules. And I find that there are some stamps, it's easier to start with the solid part of the image and then stamp the outline on top. And there are other times it's the opposite way. 9 times out of 10, I stamp the outline and then I stamp the insides. There are just certain stamps at times. I find that to be a little bit harder. So just practice on some scratch paper first and see which you like best. So I hope that helps. All right, we are going to add this to the front. We had that DSP 4 by 5.25, and that was my pretty peacock 4.25 by 5.5. I've got some more pieces I'm going to add here. So we've got another piece of my beautiful designer series paper. This one is I think it's a 1 inch by, 1 inch by 4.5. I'm going to add that to a 1.25 by 5.25, right? No, 4 3/4. Forgive me. And we are going to add this to some pretty peacock, 1.5 by 5. Let's just keep adding. This just makes the side of our card really pretty. Okay, we're going to add that over here on the right side. So we're getting there. So now we're ready to add our focal image, or the front of our card, I should say, to this card. Let me show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to flip this over. I'm going to put adhesive. You know what? I need to give that one more little crease here. You're going to put adhesive. Remember, this card base is only 5 1/4. All right. So watch this. We are going to put that together. We're going to flip it over. And we can see right where to add that. While I've got that there, we're going to put adhesive all the way around our card. I've got it. Whoops. I've got another piece of 4 1/4 by 5.5 pretty peacock. And you're probably going to see a bad shot of my hair, but I'm just going to lay that on, lining up. There we go. It's so fun. All right, let's add a little piece of ribbon. So I have got the Wild Wheat Rustic ribbon. Friends, this is on the last chance list and it's on sale. That's all I'm saying. It's gorgeous. I'm going to take this ribbon. I've just pressed it here onto a mini glue dot. A little knot of ribbon goes a long way. There is our card. You guys love cards that stand. This card displays, and of course it displays so beautifully. So you can write your message here. You can write your message here. If you even wanted to add another panel of white, you could do that as well. But I love that when it's open, we get this beautiful piece here. It really is a fantastic card. All right, hope you guys like that one. Let's move on to our next card, and that is our Happy Campers. This stamp set, when I saw it on the online exclusives, I went, yes, here's my money, because we love camping, and this is just such a fun little retro camper, and I love the little chair and the fire pit as well. So we're going to use those stamps. Now, I hope you guys don't mind, but just to kind of move things along, I have taken my 5 1/4 by 11. And remember, I scored at 1 3/4, 3.5, rotate it 1 3/4 and 3.5. I went ahead and added the pieces there on the side because you guys don't need to watch me do all that, right? Okay, let's get some stamping done. So I have got my basic white. These are all the same measurements, by the way. Both cards, same measurements. Let me set that off to the side. I'm going to bring in that Memento Black ink pad again. Marjan says, beautiful card. Thank you. I appreciate that. Carla says, gorgeous. Oh, it just jumped. I have all the supplies and we'll actually make it. Oh, you just made my day. Don't you love it when you have all the supplies? All right, friends, we're going to stamp our camper right up here at the top. And then underneath that, we're going to say Happy Campers. And I'm going to kind of put this down at the bottom because I'm going to run my ribbon right through the middle of that. Let me set that off to the side so we can go ahead and stamp the inside of our card. So our sentiment in this one will be, let the adventure begin. And let me show you, here's the little trick. So I put the chair and the fire pit on one block, just kind of makes it a little bit easier. I've got a fun trick to share with you with the fire pit. We're going to stamp that down there in the bottom corner. Okay, Memento Black, go away so I don't wear you. For this card, we're going to color. You guys know I love to color. So let me tell you what we've got. We have got the light and dark of Lost Lagoon. Let's go ahead and just start with that. So I'm going to start with the dark. And I'm just going to kind of get right here, sort of in between on that chair. And then I will come in with the light and I'm going to blend that together. It just kind of gives some good texture. And by the way, I am just using basic white. It does bleed through, but remember with this card, we add that layer on the back. So I'm not at all worried about that. You know, sometimes when we color on the inside of a basic white cardstock with blends, we get that ick. We don't want that. All right, fire pit. Let me come in with my dark and my light crumb cake. So for the dark, I'm going to get the band of the fire pit, and then I'm just going to kind of dot on a little dark color there. Then I'm going to blend with the light. Now, if you don't have Stampin' Blends, oh friends, just come in with Stampin' Write markers or blender pens or watercolor pencils. It's your card. Have some fun with it. All right, so there's my fire pit. Now we're going to have some fun with the pumpkin pie dark and the daffodil delight dark. So here's what I'm going to do. At the bottom of my fire, I'm going to add just a little pumpkin pie. Okay. Now I'm going to come in with the daffodil delight dark. And we're going to blend that together. This is why I love blends, because my daffodil delight is not going to pick up that pumpkin pie. It's just going to blend them together. And yeah, it really looks like fire. Okay. The inside is done. So let me move that. And now we're going to color our camper. So I'm going to start with my Lost Lagoon dark. And I don't know about you, but whenever I watch reels and things and I see people use Stampin' Blends, it's mesmerizing. I love it. So let's see, dark there. Let's get the front of the camper there. And oh, let's get the door. I think I'll do the door in the dark. I think what I'll do, I'm going to trace with the thick or the fine point here. And now I'm going to use the blending side, or not the blending side, but the blending, what do we call brush tip? Yeah, that. Okay. That'll make that go a little faster. Okay. Yeah, I think that's, oh no, let's do one more thing. Again, just because I really like blending. We'll get that. Okay. Yeah, I think that'll work. All right. Now we're going to come in with that light.
Connie, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
I'm back. Joan said that she's got to make her husband's birthday card today, and she's going to use this design.
Yay! Oh, Joan, that is fabulous. I'm so glad. Fun, fun. Well, I'd love to know, what stamp set are you going to use? Because that's what I want. That's what I want to know about. Well, yeah, Joan, be sure to go grab the free download. You'll have all the measurements and everything. Awesome. All right. I'm going to keep trying to color here as quickly as I can. Like I said, I know for me, it's very relaxing. I don't know if it is for you, or maybe you're going, Connie, get on with it. I don't know. All right. Let's get just that little bit and the top. Oh, let's get the steps as well. All right. I think that looks pretty good. I do need to do a little more blending here. That line's a little heavy. What do you think? Okay. Now, oh, here, this one's here. Lemon Lime Twist Light. We'll get this. Oh, you know what? I missed the flower box. Let's go. I wanted dark for that one. Again, we want the light and the dark. Isn't it so cute? Okay, let's see, a little crumb cake here. And I want the light crumb cake. Remember, we used this a second ago. I'm going to color in the window with the dark. I'm just going to draw a straight line right across there. Now I'm going to blend those together on the awning. Yep, it just blends. Love it. Again, I love the blends. Okay, one more thing, and that is the tires. I'm going to bring in the basic black dark, and I'm going to get the inside of the tires. Now, this part that I'm about to do, I'm probably just going to disappear right off of this because I have to get way down here, okay? I'm going to trace around the tire, okay, and then get the inside. I just realized I have now kind of basically stepped away from my microphone, so I don't even know if you can hear me. Okay. Let's trace. I want that rim to be white, so I'm being really, really careful. All right. Well, and I still hit it a tiny little bit. Okay. Well, now let's bring in some ribbon. So this time I'm going to do the ribbon a little bit different. I've got the bordered basic beige. And I'm going to tie this in a square knot right across the front. Right over left and under. You guys know the drill. Straight up and down. Straight up and down with your tails. And then we're going to do left over right and under. Kind of get it started and then only pull what's in your left hand. And when you're good, you can give it a tug. Let me grab my scissors back here. And we're going to trim that down because, you know, we like the nice square knot in the middle. We don't want that wonky knot. You guys know what I'm talking about. Okay, let me straighten that up. I have got a piece of basic beige and we're going to add this. So again, this is all the same of what you've seen me do. Let's see, how are we doing on time? We're getting there. All right. You guys know I like to kind of get right to the point when I create. This is the front of the card. So again, just to save some time, I did go ahead and add my designer series paper. We'll add our happy camper. By the way, everyday happiness paper. This is just another piece of it. And you notice this one also has that great texture. So let's put our card together again. Remember, you go all the way down this side. It's facing up, flip it over. It's facing up, flip it over. Ugly, I know, but we're going to cover that in a sec. We'll add that. Now we'll add the back of our card so no one's going to see that. And lay it flat. Line up your two pieces of Lost Lagoon. And boom. There you go. It's just a fun card. You know, we love to send cards that are just a little bit different, right? So let me go ahead and bring in my first card. There we go. I hope that you guys like those, that you're going to give these a try. And I love hearing that you've already decided you're going to be working with this card. That was fantastic.
Connie,
yes.
I wanted to point out too, the Everyday Happiness also comes in a pack that has a sticker sheet. So you can choose either just the DSP or the one that has the sticker sheet, which is kind of fun if you don't want to stamp anything. There are some sentiments on that.
Exactly. Exactly. And, you know, I mean, that paper was not necessarily designed to go with the happy camper, but I thought that plaid looked perfect for camping. And again, this one, I loved that, just this design with the leaves, and I love those colors, which is what inspired the card. So, well, I used to always do this and I haven't in a while. I'm going to share with you what we're going to create next week. Okay. So next week, I hope all of you can join me live next week. It's my birthday. I get to spend my birthday live with you guys. I'm so excited and I'm so old, but it's my birthday. So I'm going to create my own birthday cards. All right. So we've got 2 cards and these are just a fun flap fold card. All right. Super fun. Love this. Then again, I love cake. Happy birthday. Another wrinkle wiser. You're how old in dog years? At least you're not as old as you'll be next year. So we're going to create these 2 cards next week. Again, right here over on YouTube. I hope that you guys can join me. It's going to be fun. I'm really looking forward to it. Hey, don't forget free download. I want you to have this. You'll find that at simplysimplestamping.com. Or if you look down in the YouTube description, I've got a direct link, or you can just look for the March 20th, 2025 blog post. That's where it's at. Want you guys to have that. I am going to give just a quick update here because I had a lot of emails yesterday after I sent my newsletter regarding the YouTube membership. Now, this is, we're just about to go live. We still need, I think, just a couple more little things we're getting worked out. But if you join one of the tiers of my YouTube membership, we've got all kinds of additional perks. There's going to be bonus lives. There's going to be like a fun social hour, little Q&A we're going to visit before we go live. If you like written tutorials, friends, this is the place. Every video I do on YouTube, when you join my membership, you're going to get the written tutorials, the diagrams. There's just all kinds of fun little perks. Some even get a birthday card from me. So that's going to be fun. I get to make and send birthday cards to you guys. So I hope that you'll take a look at that. I do want to be very, very, very clear. Nothing is going to change at Simply Simple Stamping. My videos and subscribing to my YouTube channel, free, nothing changes there. My free downloads, same, free. You will always get those. And just everything at Simply Simple Stamping, it's all the same, okay? These are just going to be some fun bonus things. I've heard from many of you that you want to find a way to support me, but either you live outside the United States, or you're a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, or you have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator already, but you want to support the channel. Joining the YouTube membership is definitely the place to be. So we have a Simple Stamping supporter. We have a Fun Fold Friends, and we have a Fancy Fold Fanatics. So you can check those out. Click the join button. That's just going to take you. Well, Christina, we're not live yet, are we? You're muted, sweetheart. There we go.
I don't think we are.
Okay, it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. And Florence says, I'll miss 3 Girls in a Stamp Set. 3 Girls in a Stamp Set is also not going anywhere. Nope, 3 Girls in a Stamp Set. Thank you. I'm glad you said something because it's not going anywhere. Yep. So when you place orders with Simply Simple Stamping, you're going to get 3 Girls in a Stamp Set. So no issues there, Florence. All right, guys. And I see Brenda's put up there the Creative 8 Spring Retreat starts next week. So Friday, the 28th is when
registration starts next week.
Registration. Thank you. I need more coffee. Registration for the retreat. And if you register during that weekend, that's early bird, and you get 4 bonus Fun Fold tutorials. And I know you guys love those bonus tutorials. So, Jamie says, I'm joining. I want to support you. Jamie, thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I'm really looking forward to the membership because like the lives that we're going to do, this is what I'm going to call, we're not in a hurry. We're going to do fun folds, and we're going to take it step by step. You're going to create right along with me. We're not going to rush. It's truly going to be, we're going to create together. I know on a lot of my videos, I either chop out, where you see me do some of that, or, I'm kind of rushing because, I want to keep a video moving. The lives on my membership are going to be very different. Let's create together. It's going to be fun. I'm really, really looking forward to having the stamping time with you guys. So, Janice says, I already subscribed to YouTube. Is this something different? This is something different. When you subscribe to YouTube, that's free. All right. And nothing changes there. This is a membership that you join. So it is a little bit different. I hope you'll check it out.
It is not live yet on YouTube, but it will be in the next few weeks.
Yep. Because we kick things off on April 1st. So not the next few weeks, Christina.
That's like a week and a half, isn't it?
That's a week and a half. And as a little bonus, if you sign up in April, you're going to get, depending on the tier that you join, you're going to get all the perks that we would have had in March. So All of my videos from March, you'll get the written tutorials for those as well if you become a fancy fold fanatic. So, oh, and then Robin just says, if you didn't catch it, Connie said 3 girls in a stamp set isn't going anywhere. Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that. I probably should make sure I add that to my information that I send to you guys. That is just my gift to those who place an order. You're going to get 3 girls in a stamp set. Those are always fun. All right, guys. Well, it is past my 11:30 time, but I chat too much. I know I do. Join me next week for my birthday. Bring cake. Maybe I'll bring a little Debbie with me and we'll, you know, I love me some little Debbie. All right, guys, have a great rest of your week. Have a fabulous weekend. Stay safe. I can't wait to stamp with you guys next time. Bye.